President Obama. They hope he sees it before he leaves office.
8 News investigator Kerri O'Brien has the story you'll see only on 8.
But our verdict was not guilty of the murder.
A juror in disbelief.
I didn't know them. Never heard their names before.
A former police chief who says no way.
I'll fight till I die.
And a family heartbroken.
You got a raw deal.
3 lives forever changed. Ferron Claiborne, Terrence Richardson, and Waverly police officer Alan Gibson. And it all began in these woods. 25-year-old Officer Gibson was gunned down in these woods behind the Waverly Village apartment complex. Warren Stirrup, the police chief at the time, was one of the first to respond. He has never spoken publicly about it until now. Is Alan conscious at this time?
Alan was completely out. He was laying there, his gun laying on the ground. I picked up his gun and took it up the hill, going toward my car to secure it.
There's a lot of folks that had a lot of questions about when you picked up the gun, because obviously there could be some fingerprints on that gun.
Could be. I didn't think about that at the time.
Stirrup says his military training kicked in. He was worried other officers and deputies responding could also be in danger.
I don't want that gun laying around in case somebody come up and same thing had happened to the deputy.
Officer Gibson, just 25 years old with a wife and daughter, was flown to the hospital but couldn't be saved. Suddenly, there's a cop killer on the loose and pressure to find him.
All available resources are working on this at this hour.
Within a couple days, 27-year-old Terrence Richardson and 22-year-old Ferron Claiborne emerged as suspects.
It's a rather serious charges. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't know them. We knew who were the players.
To this day, from their prison cells, Richardson and Claiborne maintain they're innocent.
Did you murder Officer Gibson?
No, I didn't.
Did you have any part in that murder?
No, I didn't.
Did you have any part in shooting Officer Gibson?
No, ma'am.
The case in Sussex County Court immediately had problems.
No evidence to tie him to it.
A conviction in doubt, no fingerprints on the gun, contaminated evidence, and the only witness, a convicted felon, once on record saying he didn't know anything about the murder. The Commonwealth's attorney at the time, David Chappell, declined to go on camera with 8 News, but told us in an email, "It was frustrating handling the cases because while I believed we had the right 2 criminal agents, the evidence as a whole was very borderline proving murder." Chappell offered a controversial plea bargain. The suspect's lawyers urged them to take it.
He said if you go to trial and you mess around and you lose, you can get the death penalty. I really didn't have the funds to go forward with the trial.
Richardson pleaded guilty to involuntary manslaughter. Claiborne pleaded guilty to accessory after the fact, a misdemeanor.
But he said if I take this misdemeanor charge, that I can get released and go home the same day.
And so he did, thinking all of this was now behind him.
I think I've been blessed.
Or so he thought.
If you want to go and do your little things that are not right and that are against the law, all you got to do is take a police officer's gun, shoot him, and say it was an accident.
Gibson's grieving and heartbroken family did not feel justice was served. And soon, Claiborne and Richardson would find themselves in federal court, facing those murder charges all over again. It almost sounds like double jeopardy, right? You can't be tried for the same crime twice. So how did it happen?
Because they're 2 different sovereigns. The state can try you, and then the federal government can try you for essentially the same thing under the Rinaldi Doctrine.
Tonight at 11, we take a look at the federal case and the problems we've uncovered with it. Kerri O'Brien, 8 News.